Good morning. Today is day 78. 78 days straight. I'm only going to be able to do my minimum of 20 miles, and I almost have that done. Family responsibilities, other things going on, life happens. A little disappointed that I couldn't do 40, but that's 2 days in a row. I got to be satisfied with 20. So that's 3 days of riding for only 80 miles. That's very disappointing for me. But despite the disappointment, sometimes you can only take what you're allowed to take. And also, you have to fight the discouragement of all or nothing, because it's not all or nothing. My minimum goal for riding is 20 miles. My personal goal is 40 miles. So personally, when I get on this bike, I want to do 40 miles. But I realize that there are times when I'm only going to be able to do 20. So my personal requirement is 20 miles a day. But because I'm training for life, as Not Lil Joe says, my personal goal is 40. So if it's raining, I'm gonna only do 20. You know? If it's snowing, I'm gonna only do 20. Because I have to get the 365 days of riding my bicycle. And for me, that's a minimum of 20 miles. How did I come up with the number 20 miles? Well, what had happened was, when I decided that 20 was going to be the limit, my minimum, I looked back at some of my record, and I had a few days that was just a 20-mile day. So I said, well, you know what? 20 is not a stretch. It's not a stretch. So I'm going to just make it 20. That way, if it's a thunderstorm, I'm not forcing myself to do something reckless or dangerous because of pride or ego. But I could do 20, unless it rains all day. But I'll just get wet that day. But anyway, so that's how I come about with 20. But 20 miles is easy. 20 miles is easy, so it doesn't benefit me to just do 20. 40 miles is easy. I really want to do 60 miles a day, every day. But I just don't have the time every day to do 60. So sometimes I'll try to do a part 2 day where I do my first ride in the morning at 4 o'clock after I wake up, and then I'll do a second ride that evening. And that's what I was trying to do 3 days ago. I did 40 that morning. I was gonna handle my business, then come back that evening and do another 40 for a total of 80. And then the next day I was gonna do 40 that morning, but I could only do 20 because of responsibility. So you gotta just take what you could get. But what really messed me up was last week, I rode for 495 miles last week. And I was so close to doing a 500-mile week, but the cost-benefit analysis of doing a 500-mile week, it just wasn't worth it in the long run, the overall picture. But I regret not doing 500 so much. I should have just did one more 5-mile ride and got it in. But you know what? You live, you learn, c'est la vie. It's something to shoot for. So this week, I have not been satisfied with the amount I've been able to ride. So on average, if you look at my Strava fitness app, I have a total of 40 hours that I ride every week. So I ride my bicycle for 40 hours every week, a minimum of 40. That's the average. So, yeah. And it's been fun, man. It's really been fun. I enjoy it. It's challenging, it's difficult, it's all of that stuff, and what am I training for? Well, I'm training for life. I'm in the best shape of my life. I lost stupid, crazy weight. I lost so much of weight. I've never been this small in my life as an adult. And you know what? I'm not even trying to lose weight. That's the thing. I'm not even doing this to lose weight. But I think I don't know, I'm still kicking the ball around a little bit, talking to brother-in-law and a few other people. But my homeboy DJ told me, and brother-in-law told me, that I should really work on trying to get a six-pack. And I'm gonna tell you, man, I can't post a video. It's too hot for TV. I cannot post a video. But I'm gonna tell you right now, you know, old Ironsides is, you know, I'm just saying, you know, I went from a dad bod to a Greek bod, you know what I mean? And you know what's crazy about it? Like, I don't even know who I am. My wife tell me all the time, you need to get out the mirror. I'm like, look, I don't know this guy. I've been told my whole life, you know what, you pregnant? How many months? You know, I've been told my whole life. I've been called Buddha, you know, potato belly, big belly, big guy. You know, I had a guy I worked with, and he would pet me on my belly every day. What's up, big guy? And he said big guy so affectionately, that's the only reason he still got all his teeth in his mouth, you know. But, you know, little things like that, man. And then I just had to go in Goggins mode, you know. I'm trying to do this 365 challenge because my brother-in-law challenged me. All right, what is this? Trying to do this 365 challenge, and I'm telling you, man, it changed my life. You know, I tell brother-in-law often how much I appreciate him changing my life. I didn't take one pill. I didn't drink one elixir. No, all I did, see right there? That's all I did. I pedaled away the pounds, you know? Not even trying to. Like, so, for all of you that are trying to lose weight, like, you got to realize one thing. The body you want may not be the body you're working for. If you lifting, if you're doing cardio, and you're doing all of this stuff, and you're not seeing the results that you want, you got to stop. You got to do better with your calorie intake. You got to do better with your calorie. All them 100-calorie snacks, stop eating that garbage. It's not good. It's not good. It's not going to help you. It's not going to help you. So if you don't have a body you working for, you gotta change your diet. Number one, it's called caloric intake. Look it up. The more calories you take in, they should be good calories. You know, it should be good quality calories. But you have to burn more calories than you're taking in. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist, but I know one thing. I'm in the best shape of my life from this right here. Pedaling. And guess what? I told you today is day 78. So for 78 days, I've rode on my bicycle a minimum of 20 miles. I've had a lot of 40-mile days. I've had a lot of 80-mile days. I've had a lot of 60-mile days. I've had 200+ mile days. 112 miles in a day, 117 miles in a day. So all I'm doing is pedaling. That's it. You know, so for example, I can't count the month of October because I didn't record it on Strava. But for the month of October, I rode over 720 miles that month. All right? Just do 20 miles a day. I ride on a levee, so I ain't got to worry about cars and all that other stuff. But anyway, so for the month of November, I rode 1,346 miles, 1,346 miles for the month of November. I haven't took a fat burner pill or none of that. I just started drinking protein shakes this month in December because brother-in-law told me I need to work on nutrition. He said, you burned all your fat, you need to work on nutrition. And so I've really been trying to work on nutrition. For breakfast in the morning, I eat a lot of boiled eggs. I eat a lot of avocados. You know, like, I'm not doing no crazy stuff here, you know. Well, besides riding a bicycle, I'm not doing no crazy stuff. And I'm telling you, man, like, I'm in the best shape of my life. All because of these little bit of changes and doing this right here, pedaling. So what I want you to do, if you want to lose weight, download the app Strava. It's free. I don't get nothing from it. Download the app Strava, and every time you walk, hit record. And look for me on Strava. Every time you ride a bike, or you swim, or you row a boat, or you kayak, or you do anything active, record your activity. And Strava is going to encourage you to keep going. And when you hook up with a network of people that's doing the same thing you're doing on Strava, you're going to have a support system that you need. Because you can't always depend on people that you know to support you in what you're trying to do fitness-wise. I'm out here on a bike, and who do you see with me next to me? Nobody. But you know what? As soon as I log my activity on Strava, all my boys on Strava, they're going to give me kudos. They're going to say what they need to say because we're in it together. So if you want to know more, hit me up. Hit me up, pawsandplaynola@gmail.com. All right?